Everyone wants fast results, but when it comes to weight gain, fast isn't always safe because not every pill that promises more gives better. This is Health Matters, your number one guide to health and wellness. I am Amanda Amos-Igbuwe. Some research say that about 20.3% of adults take at least one prescription medication associated with weight gain. Speaking on the hidden risk behind these weight gain pills with me is Pharmacist Eberechi Ruth Obasi. She's a licensed pharmacy and a health coach who is passionate about public health awareness and empowers people to take charge of their health while breaking down complex health issues. Welcome, Pharmacist AB. Pharmacist AB. Can you hear me, Pharmacist AB? All right, let's take a very quick break, and when we're back, we're going to dive into the discussion with Pharmacist AB. And we're back. This is still Health Matters, your number one guide to health and wellness. So we are with Pharmacist AB, and we are going to dive quickly into this topic. Pharmacist AB, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, I can. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am so honored to be here. Good afternoon, Amanda.
Good afternoon,
everyone listening right now.
Okay.
So let's dive into the topic.
Yes, let's quickly go in for our eager viewers. Now, from a pharmaceutical standpoint, what are the active ingredients commonly found in weight gain pills and gummies, and how do they biologically stimulate weight gain in the body?
That's a very important question. Let's start from the definition of weight gain. What is weight gain? And let's see the motive behind the people who go for weight gain medications and supplements. You know, I work in the community pharmacy most of the time, and one way to actually help people is to know the motive behind the choices they make. So let's talk about weight gain and why people want to gain weight. So weight gain is basically adding weight. Yes, it's just a very simple definition. So adding weight gain. Some people think they are too slim. Some people think they need to be as big or as curvy as their friends or families. Some people have low self-esteem, let's say that. And so those are the things, or one of the things that drive weight gain supplements. All right, so there are so many weight gain supplements in the market. And the truth is, weight gain supplements were, or let me say, weight gain drugs were originally designed for specific kinds of people, right? Might not necessarily be healthy people, okay? So let's say people with chronic diseases like cancer, they're always throwing up, they have nausea, and they're losing weight. So you need to give them something to help them gain weight, because we need them to actually maintain a healthy weight to survive. Then let's say people who are depressed, and depression leads them to staying away from everyone, and then they don't want to eat anymore, and they lose weight. We need them to gain weight. So that's why we have weight gain medications for them. Then other cases, people suffering from chronic malnutrition, they also need weight gain medications. So weight gain medications actually serve a purpose. So right now, weight gain medications are important, right? But most people who go for weight gain medications, or most people who publicize the supplements, the gummies on TikTok and other social media platforms, they do it for competition. They want people to compete with each other, especially in this era of BBL, cosmetic surgeries. People want to look a certain way. So it drives people to seek for more. All right. So now, weight gain is not bad. Weight gain is actually beneficial. For example, for a woman, you actually need to be in a specific weight scale for you to have your hormones working optimally, right? So weight gain is very important. Now, what are the ingredients in in weight gain medications? Okay, and how do they actually cause or result into weight gain? Let's see. Let's do the herbal ingredients, the non-herbal ingredients, and of course, food sources, because nature just has a way of giving us all that we need. Okay, so if you really want to put on weight the natural way using food, it is very possible. There are certain foods that can help you gain healthy weight naturally. So let me talk about some herbs that actually contribute to weight gain. You have ashwagandha, you have licorice, you have ginseng, you have so many others. They contribute to weight gain. Then let's talk about the non-herbals. That's where you get cyproheptadine, L-lysine, B-complex, and so many others, right? Um, One major thing that these weight gain medications do is to stimulate appetite. Okay, so the reason why we have different types of weight gain medications is because they act through different pathways, right? Some of them stimulate appetite. That's where the cyproheptadine comes in. That's where others come, L-lysine come in, B-complex come in. So they stimulate appetite. So stimulating appetite means it makes you so hungry that you have to eat more than you usually eat. Because if you notice, some very lean people are lean because they don't actually eat, or they don't eat enough, or they burn more than they eat. Because if you think about weight gain, think about calories. The reason why you retain weight is because you are not burning what you are consuming. So you eat this amount, but what you are burning is less than what you are eating. So the extra is what is stored in your body as weight. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I believe that you should. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. So moving on, if you eat more than you burn, you have weight, you gain weight. So some weight gain medications just helps you to eat more. So if you eat more, you don't burn everything, right? So the rest, the parts that you don't burn, is what is stored as the extra weight. That's one way. Another way is by hormone modulation. Let me call it hormone modulation. So hormone modulation means there are certain hormones, for instance, the stress hormone, even insulin. So the stress hormone, that's cortisol, when that hormone is raised, you lose weight fast. That's why you hear some people say things like, I've just been eating and sleeping and I'm adding weight. Yes. Yeah, eating and sleeping means you are eating more and you're also resting. So there's less stress, right? So if you have less stress, you will definitely add weight. So some of these weight gain medications work to help you reduce stress. So it's reduce this cortisol, which is your stress hormone. So if that hormone is reduced, you are more relaxed, you can now add weight. So other ways that weight gain medication work is by helping you with protein synthesis, right? Another way is by slowing down metabolism. I don't know if you have heard of this category of people called fast metabolites. It just means that when they eat something, their body burns it fast, their body digests it fast, their metabolism is really fast. So certain weight gain medications will work to slow down that metabolism. So if you're not always burning everything fast, right, you have some to be stored in your body as weight. However, please permit me to say this. I know that some people want to gain weight, right? And some people are actually like very desperate to gain weight. But we have to be careful because these weight gain supplements also have side effects. And like I mentioned earlier, the weight gain medications or supplements were actually designed for people who actually need them. So if you are healthy already and you are going for weight gain supplements and you are taking it for long term and you're not eating right, chances are you're going to be adding the unhealthy kind of weight. And when you are adding the unhealthy kind of weight, you're definitely going to experience some very bad side effects.
Yeah, so thank you very
Also,
much, Pharmacist
yeah,
AB.
yeah,
So
yeah.
from what I could get from what we can get from this is that yes, they are weight gain medications, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't just take it because we want to change our body to a certain type. From your explanation, there has to be an underlying sickness.
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
so
However, aside from the underlying sickness, some people are just malnourished. Some people don't have a healthy eating habit. Some people don't have, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about, especially when you live in a very busy city like Lagos. Some people don't even have time to eat. And when some people eat, they eat junks. They don't take in what they are supposed to take in. Their nutrients, like their habits, their food habit is terrible. Okay, and the thing is, when you are malnourished, when you're not eating right, your energy level is not there. Okay, you find a lean person who is always tired, who cannot like you can't do basic things, yeah, without getting tired easily. At that point, you know that you need to eat more. Okay. And in trying to eat more, sometimes you don't even have the appetite, right? In that case, the weight gain supplements come in. In other words, weight gain supplement is good for people with chronic diseases prescribed by the doctor and
yes,
can
Pharmacist.
also be used by people with chronic malnutrition. Your eating habit is bad. Your eating habit
Yes,
is so
yes.
bad and you need to work on it. Yeah. So you
Okay.
also use the weight gain supplement to support a better lifestyle.
Yes.
But at this point, at this point, if you know that your issue is malnutrition and you need weight gain supplement to support, that means you are ready to change your lifestyle and you're ready to start eating healthy.
Okay, so now
Because okay.
yes, so now you have made a lot of emphasis, giving us so much details on these weight gain pills now. With
Yeah.
consumption, what
Mhm.
issues can arise when we take these supplements, these gummies, these vitamins without professional guidance or proper prescription?
Thank you so much for that question. In recent times, I think there's this thing they call mau mau. I think it's a street slang. It's a street slang that most people use to buy weight gain supplements from the roadside. And these supplements that they buy contain steroids. Most of the things, like the major ingredients in this supplement that they buy, is steroids. And taking steroids, is not healthy for long term when you are healthy. Okay, so now let me talk about these steroids that people are consuming. So one of the things with steroids, taking steroids as a weight gain supplement is you add weight like this. You add weight on time, very fast. It's like a wonder drug, right? It works very fast to help with weight gain. However, the side effects can be crazy. So the thing with steroid is, okay, before I talk about the side effects from using steroids as a weight gain pill, let me tell you about unhealthy weight. So there are two types of weight gain, the healthy one and the unhealthy one. So the healthy kind of weight gain is the weight gain that you gain from consuming healthy foods, healthy diet, healthy oils, the oils to be specific, healthy oils. And that kind of weight helps you, like the weight is added in right sides, but make sure that you're also exercising as well so that you have the muscles to carry the fats. So the good thing about that one is that if you add weight, the healthy kind of weight, your life will be better. You have more energy, your mood is more stable, right? Your hormones are better, your hormones are more balanced, right? So that's the good side. Now, the bad weight. The bad weight is from consuming junks, consuming unhealthy food. You're not working out, you're not doing strength training exercises, you're just eating junks, eating anything you see, eating unhealthy food, right? So the unhealthy kind of weight, that's where you see fat in your belly. You know that abdominal fat. I think they call it fupa now. The abdominal fat in your lower abdomen. Yes, that's the unhealthy kind of weight. And that kind of weight can lead to chronic illnesses such as diabetes, insulin resistance, infertility, high blood pressure. They are so much, right? High cholesterol, name it. There are a lot. So going back to steroids that are in the roadside weight gain supplements, that steroid is actually going to give you the unhealthy kind of weight. And that is not all. After giving you the unhealthy kind of weight, the bad thing is that you can become dependent on those medications. Because if you gain weight unhealthily, you can lose it easily. And when you lose it, although this is not for everyone, for fast metabolizers, when you start losing those weight, you just feel, I need to take this drug again, I need to take this drug again, I need to take this drug again. Then you start taking it. Before you know it, you're using it for long term already. And if you keep using it for long term, all of these chronic diseases that I mentioned might become your story eventually. So we have to be careful. We have to be we have to be careful. But I understand the pain of some people. In fact, let me share this short story. It's a personal story, an experience, something that happened to me. Please let me know if you can still hear me.
You? Yes, I'm with you.
All right, so this is a personal story, right? When I was in school, I actually struggled with weight gain. I know you can't see me fully right now, but I was smaller than I am. I was smaller than this a few years ago. And in school, I was weighing between 50, 49. I wasn't eating, or better still, it's not like there was no appetite. There was appetite. It's just that school was so hectic. Pharmacy school was so hectic. You go for lectures, you go for labs, you study, you write in courses, you write exams. The stress was so much that I wasn't actually eating healthy. I was relying on drugs. I was relying on fast foods, right? So my weight was terrible. However, I decided one day to see the doctor. So I went to Loot, booked an appointment, saw the doctor, and my only complaint was that I wanted to add weight. That was all I came for. I was healthy. I just wanted to add weight, right? So the doctor asked me to do some tests and things like that. Then I came back to her. She went through everything. I was fine. You know what she said to me? She just told me to calm down. She told me to relax. I am fit. I mean, as at then, I was fit. That was enough. Being fit is enough. But I was still worried, your friends here, they look better. I wanted to look better. I wanted to look bigger. At least just add some fat in the right places. You know what I mean, right? It was a concern. Like it was a really big concern for me. However, after that consultation, I actually went ahead to study, do some research, learn some things.
Pharmacist still with us?
And then I realized, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
So sorry for the.
Okay, Pharmacist AB, so you have talked about, we digressed a bit, to healthy and can you hear me, Pharmacist AB? So we digressed a bit to
Yes,
healthy
I can hear
and
you.
unhealthy weight gain. And you talked about FUPA, that will I say pouch? Let's just say pot belly. So you said unhealthy weight, it leads to fupa. But is there really a way that you can gain weight healthily and then you are not, is not going to reflect in your stomach? And if so, what is the healthiest way to gain weight?
All right. Thank you for that question. So there is a way to gain weight healthily without actually gaining so much abdominal fat, right? And the best combination is this. Eat healthy, do strength training exercise, especially for your lower body, and rest. So it's a combination of that. Food, exercise, rest. Also, patience. For you to gain healthy weight, it's not magical, it's not automatic, it's not so fast. So you have to be patient enough to maintain a healthy diet, go through a strength training exercise routine for your lower body, and start a lifestyle, a stress-free lifestyle, a lifestyle of rest, good rest. With time, you'll be able to add the healthy weight. And the good thing about getting healthy weight is you won't lose it fast. That's it.
Okay, so Pharmacist Ebe, you said something. So it's a trend, everybody goes to the gym now, but you said something, you made mention of working out, and then you said emphasis on your lower body. Can you explain why there's an emphasis on your lower body in gaining weight?
Okay. There is really no emphasis on your lower body. However, the reason why most people want to gain weight is for bigger hips, bigger buttocks. I'm sorry, permit me to say this. This is a generation of BBL, right? So most people actually want to add weight in their lower body, right? So there's really you can actually train or exercise to get toned overall, upper body and lower body, right? But lower body is for the people whose concern is really with their lower body, especially women. Yes.
There's I don't know, but growing the side where I grew up in, there's a trend, everybody loves chubby children. So women go as far as giving their children syrups that would enable them to gain weight. And then we see it even sometimes on TikTok, you see people selling some weight gain foods. But what's really your take on it, and how does it affect these children in the long run?
If you remember the chronic diseases I mentioned earlier, these diseases, they don't just jump on you. They don't just show up from nowhere. No, they have a history, right? And one of the histories is the things you were taking, right, when you were younger. Your lifestyle, basically. Of course, we have the genetics, right, hereditary, things like that, but they're mostly from lifestyle. So parents giving their children weight gain medication is not advisable. But I support parents giving their children daily multivitamins. So there are some children who don't even like to eat, right? They struggle with food. They have a poor diet. And if you don't eat right, you won't be able to take in the nutrients that your body needs. So in that case, I support parents giving their children daily multivitamins. Daily multivitamins, the ones that are registered, right? Give your children. These ones will actually help your children replenish some of the nutrients that they should get every day that they're not getting from food, and also support their appetite in a way. Because I mentioned earlier that if you take B complex, right, you would actually get some appetite stimulation, right? And that way you can gain more weight. So yes, parents give their children multivitamins, but parents should not give their children weight gain supplements without consulting your doctor or speaking to your pharmacist. Please, please, all those prescription weight gain supplements or the ones advertised on TikTok or everywhere, please always ask your pharmacist and always ask your doctor before giving it to your child, because childhood obesity is now a thing. We don't, I mean, your child shouldn't be so chubby right now. It's going to cause hormonal disruptions. It's going to cause chronic diseases later in the child's life. it's just going to disrupt the child hormone. Please, I don't think it's a good thing to do for a child. Yeah.
Emphasizing on giving us so much in-depth details on that question. Last question, because we're out of time, but in one word, if this trend of us continually taking weight gain pills from a pharmaceutical point of view, what are the long-term public health concerns?
All right. The main issue is people using this supplement without first consulting a healthcare practitioner. So the thing is, if you are interested or you have a concern, you really want to add weight, share your concerns with a healthcare practitioner. So before you even go to your friend for an advice, or before you even follow TikTok trends, please, this is about you. This is about your health. This is about long-term risks. So please, the first thing to do is to consult your doctor, your pharmacist, a healthcare practitioner, a sound healthcare practitioner. Consult them and they will guide you on the way to go. So the thing is, public health concerns for weight gain supplements include hormonal disruption. Hormonal disruption leads to infertility, leads to diabetes, insulin resistance, metabolic syndromes, so many issues, right? And so many research, if you look at developed countries, they're really into research for all of these chronic diseases. And one thing they're trying to do is to reduce the burden, right? So please, let's not add to the burden by doing the things we're not supposed to be doing now. That's why we have certified or very qualified healthcare practitioners. As long as you meet them and ask them, just speak to them, share your concerns with them, and let them guide you, let them advise you, right? Just do the right thing. Doing the right thing helps you and also helps the community, the population at large. All right. So let's try to be selfless. For everyone listening to me right now who is struggling with weight gain, who really wants to gain weight, yes, there are ways to gain weight healthily, right? Please speak to your doctor or your pharmacist or a sound healthcare practitioner, get some advice and follow through the advice, please.
Thank you
Thank you so
so
much.
much, Pharmacist Eberechi Ruth Obasi,
Thank you,
for
Amanda.
such a
Thank you,
brilliant and
Amanda.
insightful conversation.
Thank
Now,
you, Amanda.
remember that when weight gain becomes a race, pills become shortcuts, and you know that shortcuts often lead to regret. I am Amanda Amos-Igbuwe saying, let's try gaining weight from a different approach. Stay safe, take care, and if there are questions concerning today's episode, send an email to healthmattersbdtv.ng@gmail.com. Keep watching BDTV.